What's up, grinders? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about the next year of my life, okay? So, as you know, if you've been watching this channel, and you have been, right? I've been doing a number of series. The big series that most people know me for is the polyglot investigations. We pick a polyglot, we find out what they claim they can do, and then we dig into them. We really get our claws in there, and we test them and all sorts of stuff, and then we put together a video and we present to you guys so you know who is honest and not. That is the first series. It is the polyglot investigations, okay? The second series is the Dreaming Spanish series. Now, that is where I am learning Spanish using Dreaming Spanish, which is a service. It's not me laying in bed snoring away listening to Spanish, you know, whispering into my ear. But I'm using Dreaming Spanish, and it's basically using the ALG methodology, and I'm testing whether that is actually an effective method to learn a language if you come at it with no background in Spanish. And I've already promised that I will do the entire roadmap of Dreaming Spanish. For those who don't know what that involves, that means I need to watch content for 1,500 hours. I am about to hit 300 hours pretty soon. So you can imagine that is a very long haul. I'm doing 3 hours per day, and at my current rate of burn, that means around August next year, sometime around there, I should be completing that experiment, according to Dreaming Spanish, at which point we'll decide what to do next. But I am burning through that. Now, there is a possibility that it could be delayed. You know, maybe I've got holidays, whatever. You know, there's things that happen. Evildea lives in a constant void of chaos. So don't take me on the August as the deadline. I'm just giving you guys a rough estimate. So that is my secondary series. Now, there's been something else I've been doing behind the scenes that hasn't been recorded on this channel, and it is I have been slowly prepping for my Esperanto C1 exam, which is happening on the 1st of August. But this week, I have to start prepping hard. Like, I actually have to put some freaking effort into it. So yeah, you're probably going to hear a bunch more videos about that up until the August the 1st, at which point it's going to go, you're not going to hear anything about it again until I find out if I failed or I passed. Please, dear God, pass, because that would just look bad. Okay, so that is the third thing I've been doing. But notice I said that happens on August the 1st, at which point I no longer need to prep for Esperanto. I don't need to read content, you know, do any of that stuff. I can actually put that to the side, and I can start on a new, crazy, long-term or short-term experiment. It depends a lot on you guys and also how I'm feeling in the moment. So, in this video, I want to present to you guys 4 crazy-ass ideas, okay? Now, the point of this video is not to go into depth with any of these ideas, it's to put them out there and start to see via the comments and interactions which one of these seems like the one the community wants me to follow. Then, in the next few days, day after day, I'll dedicate one video to just that specific idea for us to discuss more in depth, and then finally, once we get to the end, I'm kind of going to do possibly a vote where I will put these to a vote, see what you guys want, but it can't just be a pure vote because some of these ideas will cost me a small fortune. So let me present the 4 ideas to you. Now, the first one is Mandarin Blueprint. If you haven't heard of it, it is a service to learn Mandarin Chinese. Now, it's apparently able to take you from 0 to fluency in a time frame of around 800 hours, which is a much smaller time frame than pretty much anyone else out there claims. And it also claims to teach you also how to read, write, and, you know, obviously understand the language. It's basically a full encompassing course. Now, why haven't I done this already? Because it is roughly 1.5k American dollars. It is expensive as fuck, man. Okay, so it is really expensive, and I'm already kind of at a B1 level in Chinese. However, I am not able to write Chinese, except for maybe like 20 characters or something, you know, like the obvious ones and stuff. But I can read roughly, I'm guessing 1,500 characters. It's hard to say. 1,000 characters, definitely. 1,500, you know, those 500 would be a bit blurry, and then at my pinnacle, at my absolute Evildea pinnacle of Chinese character, like, tryouts, I had an Anki deck with 2,400 in it, but, like, probably 300 of those characters were radicals. So, like, I've dived into the characters quite a bit in the past, but I've never tried to learn how to write them, and therefore go through like almost a reading methodology, which I think is what Mandarin Blueprint focuses on a lot. It's like learning the characters so that you can then use that to read in order to massively expand your language. So that is one idea. But if it's 800 hours, that's basically a year of study using just their method. That means I would literally only have 2 series for the next year apart from the polyglot investigations. That would be Dreaming Spanish and Mandarin Blueprint. And then every other video in between would just be me randomly shitting on people on the internet. So that's one idea, okay? Feel free to discuss it in the comment section below, and also tell us in the comment section below which one interests you the most. Try to get people on your side, okay? Because remember, I'm going to start dropping videos where I go into depth with each one of these over the next few days, and then at the end, we'll figure out a way together to decide what I should do. The next crazy idea is that I go through the entire book called Familia Romana, which is basically an entry-level book into Latin. Yep. And it teaches via direct method, essentially, okay? And comprehensible input. Direct method essentially uses comprehensible input, but direct method in a way. So basically, it presents the words on the page in such a way that you understand them, and little bit by little bit, it increases. But I'm going to add a spin to it, okay? I will use my preferred grind methodology for that. So I will get the book. I'm going to find audio for the book, or in fact, I know some audio I can use, and I will sentence mine the audio and the book. I will use audio cards, I'll use closed cards, and I will go through that entire book, mine the entire book, record my entire process, maybe every 50 hours drop a video, just like I do with Dreaming Spanish, or maybe less, maybe every 20 hours or something, because it's going to be a more intense method. But I will go through that entire thing, record my progress. And the goal, well, apparently from what I've read online, okay, is if you go through Familia Romana and you understand it all, you would essentially be a B1 in Latin. Now, my goal with Latin eventually is to get to the point where I can just shit on Metatron. And you just, like, take that throne from him type of thing. Okay, so that would be what I would do there. So again, if that one interests you, go down in the comment section and battle it out. Okay, the next one. This one's almost like the troll idea, okay? So, you know Mikkel? Yeah, you guys know Mikkel. You know how he did that Japanese experiment that he never completed? The 3 months he would try to learn Japanese in 3 months? No, he said he will learn Japanese in 3 months using his methodology. And he stopped after 20 days. I'm thinking of doing his 3-month experiment using his methods, his ideas only, that 1 to 2 hours that he mentioned every day, so 1.5 hours every day, for 3 months, do it his way, but see realistically after 3 months where I would land in Japanese. Yep. Basically do his experiment for him, because I don't think he's ever going to do it. And if I do it, and he hasn't done it, that'd be fucking funny as. But that is an idea I am playing with. Again, if that's something you want to see more details on, you want me to do it, let me know in the comment section below. And the last one is, and this is kind of a catch-all one, so this would be multiples over the next year, okay? It's app tests. So basically what I would do is I'd pick an app. An example would be Lignonaut, okay? It's a big one. It's coming out very soon on iOS, I believe. It will have a check course. It's basically meant to be a Duolingo killer, etc., etc. And I would run through that. Maybe I'd even run through it with my community. And I would basically record my progress, how far I get through it, give you guys a really in-depth look at what it's capable. Try maybe get my community involved in testing it as well. And then make a video, I don't know, maybe once every month, every 3 months, not once every month, every 3 months. I mean, like every month, try a different app, or every 3 months, try a different app. We'll figure out the details type of thing and just dig into it, okay? And then do another app and then another app. It could be 1 app a month type of thing, or 1 app every 3 months, depending on how much like effort we need to put into an app to really like analyze it type of thing. So that is the 4 crazy ass ideas. Start discussing in the comment section. So summary. Mandarin Blueprint, that's one. That's just one thing, an entire year, get me to fluency in Mandarin Chinese. The second one is Familia Romana. See if I can get to the B1 in Latin using that. See if that claim's actually true. By the way, I got that claim from Reddit. I don't think Familia Romana makes that claim anywhere, but like, who knows? Like, just see what we can get to if we use my methods and grinding. The third one was the Mikkel method. Complete his goddamn experiment for him. Okay, and the fourth one is app tests. Lots and lots of app tests, either every month or every 3 months. So, let me know in the comment section below. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let the war begin.